name is Nicholas Cook and I'm with Sleep Sound Property Management. And today I'm going to talk to you about what to do when you have an oil tank at your rental property. Well, there are two important things that you want to consider. The first thing is that what is the oil level when the tenant moves into the property? Obviously you're going to want to know that and the tenant's going to want to know that because when they move out, you're going to need to know, do you need to add oil or do you need to provide the tenant a credit? Now, some oil tanks have a gauge on them and so that will be your opportunity to determine how much oil is there. A lot of tanks don't, and when that's the case, you're going to need to measure it. Now, because you don't want to have any confusion or hurt feelings when the tenant actually moves out, the best thing to do is to hire an oil company to come out and measure that tank. They're going to charge anywhere from $20 to $35 to measure the tank, and that way you'll have a neutral third party saying this is how much oil is in the tank when the tenant moved in. This way there's no dispute when they move out about whether they get a credit or whether they owe money to add oil to the tank. Now, the second thing that you're going to want to consider is the oil level during their tenancy. Oil tanks, if they run too low, there's going to be sludge at the bottom of the tank that can get into the furnace and cause damage. And so to make sure that the furnace isn't damaged, especially during peak months of usage, we recommend adding the oil tank onto an autofill program. A lot of oil companies will do this. They'll put in X amount of oil, and then every time you get an invoice, you can just forward it onto the tenant for payment. Now, this will make sure that there's always a constant oil level and that the furnace is not going to get damaged. I hope this answers questions that you may have had about having an oil tank and a rental property. If you'd like to learn more, feel free to give us a call or visit us online.